The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. Make sure both my arms are in the frame. Welcome to the show. It's the Ron Van Dam Show. Probably says that somewhere on the screen right now, or it did. I don't know. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for stopping by to pick up your laundry. Where are you? There you are. Are you there? Yeah, are you there? Yeah, okay. I didn't know which camera was on. Well, this is intimate. Come a little bit closer to your TV set. Come on, put your face right up to the screen. Let's make this personal and upfront. All right, that's enough. By way of introduction, once again, my name is Becky Johnson. I arrange flowers for a living. I do weddings and bar mitzvahs. I also am an ordained minister, and I'm married and have 17 children, all by different spouses. That's not true. This is Ron Van Dam. It's my name. It's part of the show name. I do this once a week in this studio, but actually, occupationally, I do this Monday through Friday on the radio and on all those podcast platform things, the Spotify, Shopify, Horify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Audible, Traceable, every one of those things, all those. Amazon Music, Barney's Underpants and Undergarments Incorporated, all those platforms. This is what I do. So join me there. You can go to newenglandbroadcasting.com to hear me on a daily basis, or perhaps ronvandam.com, or perhaps any one of those platforms that I named. And that's that. Okay, have a good day. We'll see you. Bye. What? What? Oh, I didn't do the show yet. Like you care. Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. What the hell are? God. Today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. I was watching, where I live, they don't have a Boston NBC station. And the funny thing is Comcast owns NBC, but yet doesn't have a Boston station of that for that network. So you have to watch Providence, Rhode Island if you have Comcast. Isn't that stupid? Doesn't make any sense, but anyway, what does? So when I want to watch NBC, which is not all that frequently, I have to watch Providence Station, and when I do, every single commercial, oh my God, every single commercial is for a Rhode Island slip and fall accident attorney. There's like 2,000 of them, and they all live in Rhode Island. I don't even think that the state is big enough to house all these accident attorneys. Or they call them slip and falls. They're slip and fallers. They're crazy people, too. Their commercials are just stupid. They act like idiots in the commercial in order to get your attention, and then when it's over, you say to yourself, I don't want an idiot representing me in court. That's a serious thing. Why is this guy running around with a baseball bat? What the hell is that about? But whatever. Anyway, so I started to realize that, wow, my goodness, there are a lot of people, I guess, in Rhode Island who are slipping and falling all the time in other people's places and suing them. That's by the looks of it. So I started looking up on the internet highway of hell. I started looking up some of the stranger lawsuits that have been in history in the past decade or two. And they're actually very stupid and therefore a perfect fit for this program. So get a cup of coffee, martini, whatever your liquid libation may be, and let's have some fun. At least I will. Maybe you will. Who knows? I don't know you personally. I can't see on the other side of the TV screen. I don't know you. I'd like to keep it that way if possible. Let's just, all right? All right? Okay. A guest in the Prudential Center in Boston. Do you live near Boston? At the Prudential Center, there's a food place named Eatlay. Eatlay? Eatlay. Obviously, I've never eaten there before. I can't even pronounce the name of the place, so what's the point? Why would I go to a place with a name I can't pronounce? Welcome to Italy. What? Italy? Italy? It could be Eatlay. I don't understand. There's a woman named Alice Cohen. It sounds like it's a made-up name, but that's what her name was. And she was walking in the area of the Eatlay restaurant in the Prudential Tower. And they were offering her samples as she walked by. This happened this last October, I believe. And when she was being offered these samples, apparently she slipped on a piece of prosciutto and fell and fractured her ankle. She slipped on a piece of prosciutto. How many times have I said to people, watch out for the prosciutto. It's a slippery meat luncheon slice thing. It might be tasty, but it's lethal if you walk near a piece of prosciutto. Don't handle the prosciutto properly. Hold on. Let's say this is a piece of prosciutto. Hold on to it tightly. Because if this prosciutto falls out of your hand and you're walking by a piece of prosciutto, which is, entirely possible, you could slip on the prosciutto. And what happened to Alice Cohen was she actually fractured whatever, her ankle. So she's suing. Her husband, Ronald Cohen, these are the Cohens, they're seeking $50,000 in damages. The restaurant, Eatlay, Eatlay, I don't know, has not commented on the lawsuit. Why bother? The lady's probably going to get her $50,000. I don't know what the hospital bills were, but then there's pain and suffering because she's probably walking around, Mrs. Cohen. She's walking around going, oh, my ankle. What's wrong? Oh, I slipped on a piece of prosciutto. Are you all right? Anyway, that's just stupid, but funny. And I'm sorry for Alice Cohen's injury, but whoa, man. I don't know if you heeded the warnings of prosciutto. Here's a Michigan woman. She was late on her payment. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing glasses so that I can read. I have developed over the past year, apparently, according to my optometrist, eye doctor, that now I need to wear glasses to read. Oh, okay. I can do that. A Michigan woman was late on her payments for a 2008 Pontiac G6 that she had previously leased. The company, Ally Financial, repossessed her car because she wasn't making her payments and took the gas in the gas tank with the car, which is hard not to do. Victoria Jean Church Dillinger, decided to sue Ally Financial for $5 million over the remaining gas left in the vehicle. That must have been some pretty good gas, huh? $5 million of remaining gas in the gas tank of the repossessed vehicle, claiming it was her personal property. Well, she did pay for it. The case is still open. However, it's looking more like she'll be receiving less than $30 for the entire amount of gas located in the tank. Once you put gas in the tank, I think it kind of goes with the car. You know what I mean? This woman has got a lot of, what's the word, balls? I don't know. All right, here's another strange lawsuit. This is about popcorn. Wayne Watson. You know Wayne Watson? Wayne Watson still makes popcorn at home, but now he does it on the stove because before a problem happened. Watson was preparing the microwave popcorn in the microwave, Apparently, the fumes he inhaled from his 2-bag-a-day habit. Wayne's a double bagger. Wayne does this twice a day. The fumes that he inhaled from a 2-bag-a-day habit caused him to experience lung problems, and he later sued Glister Mary Lee and the grocery store chains he bought the popcorn from, including Dillon Foods and Kroger. I don't know who Gillister Mary Lee is. I don't know. Anyway, this is also suing the popcorn company, which I guess is that. Apparently, and I did not know this, if you do the microwave popcorn, a gas comes out of the popcorn when you open up that bag thing, that the popcorn sits in the microwave. And I mean, the guy got a lung problem. Okay, it sounds like that can happen with anything. Like, what if I opened a jar of pickles and the pickle juice got in my eye? I mean, whose fault is all of this? Well, guess how much he's suing for? $7 million. And it ended in his favor. What? The additive that was the supposed culprit, this fume that did indeed, says the judge, cause the lung issues and were eradicated from the microwave popcorn. No matter, Watson refuses to ever use a microwave for popcorn again. He claims he'll now do it on the stovetop. How that's different than the microwave, I don't know. But Wayne, you got away with it, baby. I mean, I'm sorry you have a lung problem, but I mean, how did they prove that it came from that? Wayne has a 2-bag-a-day popcorn habit. Wayne, I think you're in trouble anyway. I don't know why you need 2 bags a day. He also smokes 2 packs of cigarettes, probably. I don't know. $7 million to Wayne. Thanks, Wayne. Here's the strangest one of all, which is the stupidest of all. This is from 1995. Robert Lee Brock was never diagnosed with a split personality, as you weren't, and neither have I been. But he attempted to sue himself while he was a prisoner of the state. He made the claim on the grounds that he violated his religious beliefs on the 1st of July in 1993, which resulted in his arrest. What? Of course, being a ward of the state, he asked that the state take responsibility and pay him $5 million to himself. It was dismissed in court, and Brock is still behind bars with a split personality. So Brock, split personality, he's suing himself for $5 million, but as he's a prisoner of the state would have to pay it. Sounds like an intelligent lawsuit, and at the same time, incredibly stupid. But it didn't work, Brock. Here's another one. Bud Light. You heard of Bud Light? They serve their advertisements. In the advertisements, they're with ice cold beer and scorching hot babes. You know, these hot beer babes. I don't know. I don't watch these things. So, yeah, so ice cold beer and scorching hot babes in these Bud Light commercials. This is interesting. Listen to this. A guy in Michigan didn't receive the product as advertised, so he claimed in 1991 to sue Anheuser-Busch Corporation on the grounds that the Bud Light that he consumed did not carry him away to a paradise as was displayed in the commercial, and didn't bring him any beautiful women, beautiful hot women as were in the advertisement as well. So Richard Overton sued the Anheuser-Busch Corporation because the beer didn't come with a paradise island setting and scorching hot babes. By the way, even if you like babes, do you really want them scorching hot? I don't mind a hot babe every once in a while, but not scorching. That's too hot. Of course, let's see what happens here. Let's see. Within his claims, Overton added that he was suffering from emotional distress, financial loss, and mental injury. What? He sued for $10,000. He lost the case and was awarded nothing because he's a douchebag. The case was dismissed by the courts. He should have been thrown in jail just for wasting the court's time. Obviously, most intelligent people who are human beings know that when you order a beer, it doesn't come with the scorching hot babes. It just doesn't. All right, speaking of scorching hot, here's a lawsuit heard round the world, and you probably heard about this one. It involves McDonald's coffee. Do you remember this woman, Stella Lieback? Lieback Stella. 1992. She got a hot coffee from McDonald's, and it was so hot that she spilled it on herself because it was so hot to handle, and she had to go to the hospital for 8 days, have extensive surgery for very serious burns and skin grafting as well. And she very politely asked McDonald's to pay for her hospital bill because the coffee was too hot to hold as handed to her, and she let go and burned herself. McDonald's refused to pay the medical bills. Ooh. Well, she sued McDonald's for $2.9 million. Let's call it $3 million just for the hell of it. And she actually won. She got, she didn't get $3 million. She got $640,000. Yeah. I don't know how much it costs for the skin grafting and the surgery and the 8 days in the hospital and all that, but I don't know. She got $640,000 to take care of all of that. Stella Lieback. Stella, that's her name. And those are some weird cases, and I hope you enjoyed that. It was all right. It wasn't any big deal. I mean, you know. As I've said many times before on this channel, I am not a school committee. I can't answer any school committee problems or concerns. That's for them. That's why they ran for office. I didn't, so there's no reason why I should be put in that position, and I'm not. So that's this is not a school committee meeting. I don't know what else you want to see. I don't know. I have no real talent other than just this. I play the piano by ear. Got them covered up right now, but I play piano by ear. I'm quite good at that. I can't sing. Oh, I don't even try because I feel that if I sang, terrible things would happen around me. I could even by mistake slip on a piece of prosciutto. So this is what I do. And this is about it. In the waning, 10 minutes of the program here, I have to do something that I don't really enjoy doing. Did you ever get a colonoscopy? Oh, you're only 20? Oh, no, you don't have to get one yet. Yeah, if you've ever gotten a colonoscopy, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. This is like getting a colonoscopy. I have to get my oil changed. Oh, my God. It's like my car getting a colonoscopy. That's why I bring that up. I liken it to getting a colonoscopy. Because what they do is they drain the car of its fluids, and that would be like what you do the night before when you empty yourself out. Same thing. And then they put fresher fluids back into you. They don't do that in the colonoscopy. You have to do that on your own. So my car, I feel so bad. I've grown a connection to my car. And I feel bad that my car has to go through this kind of incredible, it's like a physical, it's like a medical physical for my car. It is. My car goes through a lot of things like that. Once a year I have to get an inspection sticker, and they take this rod and they shove it up the tailpipe of my car, and I can actually hear my car going, "Oh!" I can hear that. So, I go to an oil change place. I won't say the name of it, but it begins with a V, and it ends with a Olean. I think it's called Vaseline. I'm not sure. So I bring my car in there, and they're very attentive. As soon as I drive into, and I don't have to get out of the car. My God, thank you, because that is a lot to get out of the car. I can stay seated in the car, and all around me, they're doing stuff. They're checking things out and changing the oil and checking the transmission fluid, checking the air pressure in my tires. They're taking my temperature. They're cleaning my armpits. They're very thorough. Immediately as I pull into the bay, the garage bay, this person comes over and says, "I'm the team leader." "Oh, we're in a team. This is the team's going to be working on me." And she said her name. I don't remember what it was. It was last time I was there, like about 4 months ago. And she introduced herself. She's a team leader. She seemed like she was part of an Army battalion. She was really a take charge kind of person. She wasn't insulting, but she was very much to the point. And these other people swarmed the car. Swarm! And two guys, they were guys, they asked me to lift the hood. And I said, "I don't know how to do that." And they said, "Well, don't you know where I said, "No, I don't know this thing. I hit the start button and I move the car backwards and forwards, and it goes fast and sometimes slow. That's all I know." So they had to actually open the driver's seat door, and they had to find the hood. It was a handle, I guess, that they pulled. Don't come to me with your problems. So they lift the hood, and then they start working on my oil thing, and somebody else is checking my tires, and it was just very accommodating. Somebody else brought me a martini. It was very, very nice. Oh, if they ever did. If they ever did, that would be wonderful. Boy, would I go that oil, I'd get my oil changed like every week. "Mr. Van Dam, thanks for coming. We're going to check your tires, change your oil. Here's your martini. Thank you. Just the way I like it. Thank you very much, Margaret." I don't know who Margaret is. Yeah, so they go through that, and it's just wonderful. And then they have a printout of everything that they checked. I mean, wow, it's great. And I can look at my car online, and it's just, I don't know, they're just so sophisticated. But they are a team. I can tell that probably quite a few of them have had actual sexual encounters with each other, because that's how closely they work. I could tell that. And I wasn't the only person in the bay, on the dock of the bay. There were others. I think there were 4 bays, and they were filled up because this is a lovely experience. They were on it. They were on my car like there was no tomorrow. There is going to be a tomorrow, but they were on it. As a matter of fact, they're making sure there's going to be a tomorrow. There's a sticker in the upper left-hand part of my window, so I can't see things from there, from the driver's seat. It blocks my view. But nonetheless, it tells me that I have to go through this again in either 5,000 miles or a certain date that they just made up because it sounded like a good date for him to come back. And they did a wonderful job, and I'm not recommending them. I'm just saying it was a fine experience. I enjoy experiences that are fine. Go through so many that are not. So many parts of life you go to these things and, to check out your body and your car and all that stuff. And everything is just so unpleasant. You got to wait in line for everything. My God, don't even try to call a company. Well, they won't answer the phone. They're not even there. Yeah, things are really, really tough. So when I run across a service that really is impressive, I just feel like gloating about it. It's wonderful. So the team leader says to me, Mr. Van Dam, your car is in good shape. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God, I was worried. It was a little sluggish. No, Mr. Van Dam, your car is in very fine shape. We've checked everything out. It's good. Thank God, now I can sleep at night knowing that my car is well. It's very well, sir. And this was my team. That's Bobby and Cindy and Paul and Joe and Frank and up. Don't hide, Kathleen. Yeah, she prepared your invoice. Thanks, Kathleen. Thank you. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. And just before I leave and start to pull forward in the bay, they open up the garage door and I drive out. Just before that, the team leader comes up to me and says, this has been a real pleasure for us, as I hope it was for you, Mr. Van Dam. And we're looking forward to seeing you again. Many of our team members are actually crying right now as you prepare to leave the bay, but let me just leave you with this one thought. Friends are friends only for a fleeting moment, but here we are friends for life, or at least the life of your engine. And I said, you people are to be commended. If I was going to get married, I'd invite you to my wedding, but that's not going to happen. I'm just saying. You people are wonderful. I know that you're going to heaven. I assume you have cars to get there. You have performed a service upon me that I shall never forget. And, I do a radio show, and I have no problem telling the people that listen to the show what a wonderful experience this has been. How not only have you changed my oil, you've changed my life. And you can use that phrase as a slogan at the bottom of your invoices if you wish to do that. But I need a percentage of all marketing income. And the team leader said to me, she said, Mr. Van Dam, this has been a pleasure. And just as a parting word, be careful for that prosciutto stuff. It's slippery, and if your tire hits a slice of prosciutto, I can't be responsible for what happens next. Well, when I got home, I called my auto insurance provider company. It's Commerce Insurance, by the way. And I said, please, am I covered for prosciutto accidents? And they said, Ron, get off the phone. You're wasting our time. See you next week. I wish you peace.